Here we have the outside of the Elddis Majestic 285. As we move along, we will firstly come to the external fridge vents. This van is fully winterized, so it is supplied with winter covers for the vents. So if you are using the van in cold climate, these can be popped on. Like so, and then fastened either using a flat-headed screwdriver or the ignition key of the van. These only need to be on in cold climate. If they're left on when it's warm, obviously the fridge will overheat. We then have the external shower point, so it is just a matter of removing the dust cover and then plugging this into the side of the van. As long as the water pump is turned on inside, it will then automatically go under pressure. After that, we then have the main hookup point, and then fresh water into the van at this point here. Just push in, twist, give it a bit of a wiggle, pop your hose pipe in to fill your fresh water tank up, and then beneath that we then have the fresh water drain just here. So it is just a matter of turning like so. We then have the flue for the Aldi boiler. We do not need to do anything with this, just make sure nothing is obstructing it. And then we have the gas locker just here. So we have room for 2 bottles in here. The regulator just sits here and is fitted with a crash valve, which is just here. So in the event of something happening, this will be triggered and will cut the gas off to stop it leaking inside the van. Sometimes these can be triggered if you go over a bump violently. So if you've turned your gas bottle on and you've got no gas coming into the van, just come and press this green button just here. The gas hose itself is also fitted with a crash valve just here. So once you've screwed it into your propane bottle, tightened it with a gas spanner, when you turn your gas bottle on, you then just need to hold this button in for about 3 or 4 seconds to purge the gas into the van. And again, if this hose was to be severed in any shape or form, this valve here will notice the sudden drop in gas pressure and cut the gas off. The beauty of these are that you do not have to turn your gas bottle off for travel if you do not wish. If we now come to the rear, we have the location for the cassette toilet. So if we just lift up and pull towards us, we then have the point that we add the toilet chemical to, and this is also the point that we empty it from as well. Just remember when emptying it to hold this button in just here to release the vacuum inside. Also make sure you keep the seal lubricated. Thetford do their own silicone spray, but any silicone based lubricant is fine. And then we can also twist this to gain access for further cleaning. All of these cassettes now come on wheels with an extendable handle. We then have the location for the rear view camera and fixing points for bike rack. If we now come round to the other side and we just duck underneath the van, you'll see the spare wheel just sits here and the lowering mechanism just here. So in the jack and wheel brace that sits underneath the passenger seat, there's a bar in it that attaches to the brace itself and then is wound down at this point. We then have the grey water drain just here, and then access underneath the bed. We then have the external barbecue point just here. If we're going to use this, we do need to get ourselves a barbecue point adapter, and it is literally about this long. Just attach the hose of the barbecue to one end with a Jubilee clip, and then the other end will then plug into here, and then you'll be able to turn the gas on. To release, just push on the collar, push it up, and it will then back out again. We then have external satellite connection just here. And then we have the Dometic roll-out canopy here. Diesel fill just here on the ignition key to undo the cap, and then add blue top up just here. The motorhome is alarmed, and it is when we lock it. So if we press the lock button, a single chirp to let you know it's A, locked, but secondly the alarm is armed, and when we unlock it we get a double chirp just to let you know that the alarm is disarmed. What we can also do is put the alarm into pet friendly mode, so we disarm the internal sensors. All we need to do is just press the lock button twice, once and then twice, and you get that high pitched chirp to let you know it's gone in to pet friendly mode.